Someone says you are a civil servant. What should you do? If he says it, just tell him, I am a civil servant. I am a common man, and no one. The government supports my research, and I am a common person. Special reason to go down the road of science. He said folk science. Folk science. I think what he said is accurate. There's nothing wrong with this. Just tell him if he says so. From a spiritual perspective, hatred can also make people progress. You only see the surface phenomenon. Progress is not born of hatred, but of enterprise. Your hatred is uploaded to the heavenly axiom, and after judgment, deduct a merit point from the person who bullied you and add it to you. But that score doesn't work in your lifetime because the exam has not been completed yet. The total score cannot be calculated. But hatred can temper people's will. It can make people think calmly and be enterprising. This is the reason for increasing one's spiritual ability. Got it? Ability is not a reward from God. It was self-cultivation. Remembering the battle scenes on Earth, remembering human wars. The development of human civilization has been accompanied by the advance of constant warfare. The history of humanity seems to be a history of war. From the Stone Age to the Bronze Age, to the Age of Steam, to the Age of Electricity, and now, in the 21st century, the Internet, with preparations after 2025, the coming era of artificial factory civilization, from electric civilization to field civilization. Humans on Earth are nothing but embarrassing. 200 or 300 years of development. Isn't this too fast? A little too fast. This phenomenon is impossible in nature. This also confirms prove that humans are the products of aliens. It is a species that has been created and is undergoing reincarnation exams since the fourth civilization 10,000 years ago. After the reincarnation examination of the Atlantean civilization, the Atlantean civilization had billions of unqualified people. Reincarnation has come to our fifth issue. In this period of Earth's Homo sapiens civilization, that is to say, 8 billion of our planet's population, there are billions of people who are. One of the unqualified from the previous generation of civilization, Atlantis, entered the middle cycle, and 10,000 years ago, after the Atlantean civilization examination ended, they lost the breath of civilization and the trace of civilization. Became an alien worker, live in the center of the Earth. The alien base at a depth of 100,000 kilometers. The main base 100,000 kilometers deep in the center of the Earth. There is an alliance called the Star Alliance. There are more than 20 member races in this alliance. The Star Alliance includes the 4 races of our native planet, including the Sanzi race 2.90 billion years ago, the Ariani race 1.80 billion years ago, 54 million years ago, the Lizard race, and the Atlantis race 10,000 years ago. The Star Alliance belongs to the center of the galaxy, the Galactic Federation in Central. The Galactic Federation has gone through the ebb and flow of 6 empires, belonging to the 6th generation of the Galactic Empire. It has a name, the State of Cindy. Of course, you can also call him the 6th generation of the Galactic Empire. The Star Alliance is the most advanced civilization alliance in the galaxy. There are countless races of third-level civilizations together. The Star Alliance is under the jurisdiction of the Heaven Realm. First of all, our universe is called Fuxi Nuwa Universe. In addition, we also need to understand a concept that our universe belongs to the feudal system in ancient China during the Zhou dynasty. This system of feudalism is similar to the monarchy in many parts of Western Europe. Therefore, there are vassals of my vassals. It's not the concept of my vassal, the knowledge that our universe is divided. In the next video of this blogger, a special video will be produced to explain, because our universe is sealed. Therefore, in the material realm of our universe, The Milky Way is under the jurisdiction of the Galactic Empire, and the Andromeda Galaxy next to the Milky Way. It belongs to the Fairy Empire in the Andromeda Galaxy. The Triangulum Galaxy belongs to the Triangle Empire within it, the most powerful organization in the galaxy. It is the Star Alliance of the Galactic Empire. The most powerful organization within Andromeda is the Andromeda Empire. The most powerful organization within the Triangulum Galaxy is the Triangle Empire. Large Magellanic Cloud, Small Magellanic Cloud. The most powerful imperial jurisdiction with corresponding names within it, and so on. Almost every galaxy has an empire, and each galaxy is not affiliated with each other. And in most cases, yes. But there is also a situation where an empire controls multiple galaxies at the same time. But currently, our galaxy, overall, it is still determined by the Galactic Empire will rule, the essence of the feudal system, just a big country with many small countries in it. And every galaxy is like ours, a small country in this universe. And the celestial realm is like a great country because our galaxy is a small country. It's run by the Star Alliance, the Galactic Empire. Therefore, the Cindy Union will administer too the affairs of reincarnation on our planet. Therefore, the Galactic Empire can manage reincarnation affairs to our planet and not by other galaxies. The Andromeda Galaxy, the Triangle Galaxy, or the Magellanic Galaxy to manage the affairs of reincarnation on our planet. The above evidence can prove that Gothic planet and Gothic planet civilization 100% exist in the Milky Way. Transmission of artificial fields to Earth via the Gok planet. This alien technology, so that human society can rapidly change careers. However, some respectable scientists and scholars, after 40 years of promoting alien technology in some countries, but suffered unimaginable suffering. Teacher Zhang, I heard that you have written many letters. Which departments have you written to? I'm writing. Yeah, it's newspapers and magazines, organizations, news stations, radio station, the Chinese Academy of Sciences, universities are. I am writing anywhere. Is it written now or in the past? I was writing before. I have been writing for decades, insisting on writing. Write in your spare time. I haven't written recently. I recently switched to the internet. I also wrote on the internet a few years ago. Absolutely. So some people say, what is the biggest obstacle? The hindrance, is human arrogance. People are very arrogant. He is mainstream society. He has vast resources at his disposal. If you go and beg him, he will be in trouble. He was arrogant. Arrogance, but the reason is arrogance. Some people say that this material is nothing and cannot be made. Then, that's sheer nonsense. Some netizens say that it feels like it will take a long time to achieve, but it doesn't. This took a long time to achieve. Not this. It is not the technical difficulty, but the human heart. For example, in mainstream society, he has access to resources. He won't let you succeed, and I won't do it for you. Then you can't help it. It's not the difficulty of this matter. Why do you say artificial young? Once taken seriously by society, put it into use immediately? What are the benefits of this technology? It's cold technology. You know, fusion. It heats the material to 100 million degrees. 100 million degrees is not easy for you, right? And superconductivity. Superconductivity requires low temperature. Low temperature is not easy either. What are the benefits of this human workshop? It doesn't need high temperature. It doesn't need low temperature. It has no restrictions on materials. So what about this thing? The most important thing is the principle, because its principles are very profound. Everyone, let me just give a simple example. Humans invented the diesel engine for the first time. The diesel engine, It's used as a power source. It's used up and down. That was amazing. And finally invented the electric power machine. So is an electric motor more difficult to build than a diesel engine? He is not difficult to make. The motor, it is not high temperature. It's not hot. It's easy to maintain. It can run for a long time. But the principle of electric motors is more esoteric. The principle of a diesel engine is simple. You light up. It expands this. This ordinary person knows it. When this thing comes out, there is no war in the world, no disease, no poverty, no physical labor. When this thing comes out, there is no war in the world, no disease, no poverty, no physical labor. My eyes are bad. This is relativity, the integral calculation of mass energy equation. I went to an alien planet in the summer of 1985, and I've been writing letters ever since. Crazy letter writing, rarely replied. This is the reply from the University of Science and Technology of China in 2001. This is January 30th, 1999. January 31st. The main thing is to send them scientific information on aliens. Just 2 words, arrogant. You talk to him, sometimes without even saying a word. He told you to get out. Get out of here. You're not leaving? If you don't get out, call the security immediately. You can't communicate. You know? Just 2 words, arrogant. Just 2 words, arrogant. Just 2 words, arrogant. Arrogance, arrogance. Arrogance, arrogance, arrogance. This is the book I bought at the scrapyard before, and I can't buy it systematically. Institute of Physics, Chinese Academy of Sciences, Science and Technology Department, 1999. He didn't know anything about it, including the University of Science and Technology. I have been there several times. You found it, and he told you to get out. Never talk to you directly. In most cases, I told you to get out without speaking. Sometimes when talking, he turns around and doesn't talk to you. You found it, and he told you to get out. You found it, and he told you to get out. You found it, and he told you to get out. You 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 get out. Mainly to master their science and technology. Once it is applied on our planet, it will be amazing. It's really amazing. All the cars are gone. All the highways are gone. All the trains are gone. All the planes are gone. All the rockets disappeared. All the mobile phones in the world. All the computers disappeared. All the effects on humans are so violent, mainly to master their science and technology. Once it is applied on our planet, it will be amazing. It's really amazing. All the cars are gone. All the highways are gone. All the trains are gone. All the planes are gone. All the rockets disappeared. All the mobile phones in the world. All the computers disappeared. All the effects on humans are so violent. I was repeatedly visited by the police looking for trouble. He has been mocked by experts, professors, and scholars many times. He was mocked many times by unknown people. Insult, abuse, ridicule, and sarcasm. Just like Tesla in the United States in the last century. Another Tesla appeared on Earth, but history seems to be repeating itself. No one wants a repeat of Tesla's later years. No one wants a genius to die again. Tesla's later years are also very clear and well known to everyone. In his later years, disease and hunger were intertwined. In his later years, Tesla lived in a hotel. Tesla was penniless at the time because I can't pay the rent for my hotel room. The hotel management has been sued several times. In his later years, Tesla was emaciated. No one knew it was because of illness or because of hunger. In his later years, Tesla was hit by a car while going out, broke a few ribs, because there is no money for medical treatment. In the end, he died alone in that hotel room. if the US officials could have taken Tesla's technology seriously at that time. So, technology on Earth can advance the level of development by 200 or 300 years. Tesla's Wardenclyffe Tower is correct, and it's 100% correct. It could enable large-scale conduction of electricity without wires around the world and make global power free, electricity free. And if artificial field technology is realized, the technological level of humans on Earth will be able to advance by 2,000 years. The legend of Jianmu in Xiangqian is also true. I'm sure you've all heard of the human genius Nikola Tesla. We also know what happened to him in his life and what he once conceived, the Wardenclyffe Tower. First of all, I want to tell you that the book Xiangqian, it's 99% true. Most of the exotic beasts mentioned in it, cordyceps flowers and trees, are all real. The Kunlun Mountains in the Xiangqian are also real. But most of the grass, insects, flowers, and trees in it, there are a lot of creatures that are alien technology, such as this Jianmu. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower that Tesla conceived. The Book of Mountains and Haijing was recorded by the ancient Chinese. At that time, it belonged to the primitive and backward primitive tribal society. At that time, people did not know what high technology and technological products were. I just feel like those bizarre monsters. It's a high-tech creature. It's like a living thing, or a big bird, or a big tree. And they describe what they think it is. It is passed down from generation to generation and recorded in the book Xiangqian. That led to us modern people. In the Xiangqian, most living things misunderstand because some animals or plants in the Xiangqian, it could be a high-tech product that looks like an animal or plant. Speaking of Jianmu in the Book of Mountains and Seas, Jianmu is a kind of sacred tree worshipped by the ancient ancestors. Legend has it that Jianmu is a bridge between heaven, earth, and gods. Fuxi, Huangdi, and other emperors all passed through, up and down this sacred ladder, to and from the heavens on earth. On the bronze sacred tree unearthed in the 3-star pile of Guangin, there are branches and leaves, flowers, fruits, birds, animals, hanging dragons, divine bells, etc. Experts believe that the prototype of this divine tree, it could be Jianmu. After Jianmu is used in poetry to refer to tall trees in general. Jianmu is a kind of holy tree worshipped by the ancestors of ancient Bashu. It is deeply integrated into the Bashu culture. Why did the ancients refer to the sacred tree located in the center of heaven and earth as Jianmu? Expert research found that Jianmu's name is related to Chuman's Jianzhang system. In the land where the first people lived, they would set up wooden poles and flags to name the multitude. This wooden flag is called Middle in Oracle. Jianmu is the name of the legendary wood. In the world of birth, Gaobaran is above the gods. Xiangqian, Hainanjing records, there are trees. It is shaped like an ox, and it has skin to attract it. Ruiying, yellow snake. Its leaves are like wolwo, but in fact its name is Jianmu. Xiangqian, Hainanjing records, Jianmu. There are no branches in 100, and there are 9 slices on it. There are 9 citrus under it, but it is actually like hemp. Its leaves are like manganese, large, and passing by. Yellow Emperor, do it. Nikola Tesla, this brilliant scientist, the father of alternating current, invented the alternating current electric motor. I'm sure you've all heard of it. He is a super genius who is close to God. He is also a man who is closest to God and our human genius. Nikola Tesla had this idea: build a super intelligent tower, can directly absorb the energy of stars. It is converted into radio energy through giant towers for our human use. So long as there is sun, humanity's electric energy will never be exhausted. You can also use this giant tower to manipulate nuclear fusion, artificial lightning, and other effects. If this experiment is successful and applied worldwide, then the Earth's natural coal resources, oil resources, natural gas resources, or resources, etc., will be eliminated. Not only can we better protect the environment, there is no need to mine the Earth's resources in the future, and all of humanity will forever. It has cheap fusion power. Endless resources stimulate other inventions and creations. If Warden-Cleaver Tower had been widely used by humans, not sure about our technology, in the 20th century, it will be promoted to a primary civilization. That is, a first-level civilization. It's just a pity that due to the selfishness of human capitalists, worried about Tesla's dankry, the popularity of photo will destroy their means of profit. All the combined suppression destroyed the invention. What they do is harmful to others. If humans had been promoted to a primary civilization at that time, those old capitalists and politicians borrowed. Primary civilization technology reshapes the body. Perhaps he is still alive. Although primary civilizations cannot make humans immortal, but it's okay to live for hundreds or thousands of years. The building wood of Xiangqian is actually ancient civilization, the prototype of Wardenclyffe Tower. Everything on Earth that year. Alien civilizations used Jianmu to collect. Solar energy converts into energy. There are other small suns around Jianmu recorded in the scriptures. Or the Golden Crow, which is actually a starship replenishing energy. And the others are legends. There were many free energy stations on Earth back then. For example, the candle shade in the scriptures, including some strange sights on the ground and in the sky. In fact, it is a technological projection of some extraterrestrial civilization, and they do this by simulating light and shadow. Some have beliefs, some declare territory, or do experiments with optical reflections. This is what humans call a mirage. Unfortunately, if humans in the 20th century, especially those with capital, families, and politicians seize Tesla this opportunity, how nice to be promoted to a primary civilization. And if we succeed, this is the 21st century. The primary civilization will progress a lot. Everyone's life is by no means what it is now. Sometimes not seizing an opportunity is a permanent regret. Those capitalists are really human pests. They harm others and harm themselves, and harm others to the detriment of themselves. But sometimes you can't blame the capitalists, because officials who are more powerful than capitalists, with more power and resources, they are even more indifferent, incomparably arrogant, and defiant. No one knows the official status of the United States. What is the U.S. government doing? The official and government fundamentals of the United States is not a government that invests in new technologies, not a pro-tech government. And similar scenes seem to be repeating themselves in some countries, as if the tragedy is still recurring. History seems to be still reincarnating. The only two responsible powers on Earth. Why are you all so arrogant? In some countries, some respected scientists and scholars, yet they were treated so unfairly. Certain respectable scientists, but was insulted, abused, ridiculed. Ridicule and sarcasm, but to suffer unimaginable suffering. The reason that hinders the development of human civilization is not human ignorance. It was human arrogance. It was their arrogance. Liu Cixin once said, in a word, ignorance and weakness. Not the greatest obstacle to the development of civilization. Arrogance is. When I first went to the alien planet, I felt a strong desire to return home because I miss my mother and my family, right? But if I had to choose now, I will stay on that planet. I don't want to come back. Do you love the Earth? If I had to choose, I would now. Now I don't hesitate to live on that planet. If you compare it, it will feel too painful. There is no way to compare. But if I had to choose now, I will stay on that planet. I don't want to come back. If I had to choose, I would now. Don't hesitate to live on that planet now. It's so painful. 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 Back to the artificial field technology of Gothic planet. We already know from the previous video, our galaxy is under the jurisdiction of the Galactic Empire, and not under the jurisdiction of any galaxy outside the Milky Way, not governed by galaxies like Andromeda or Triangle. Therefore, only planetary civilizations within the Milky Way galaxy. Only then will we manage the affairs of the cycle of our Earth and the Gothic civilization of the Gothic planet, provided our planet with the technology of artificial fields, interfering with the progress of our Earth's civilization. Therefore, the Goblin Ball exists within the Milky Way, under the jurisdiction of the Galactic Empire. The transmission of artificial field technology to the Earth is the intention of the celestial beings above. It was authorized by the Galactic Empire. Therefore, the Gothic planet and the Gothic planet civilization exists in the Milky Way, under the jurisdiction of the Galactic Empire, the Star Alliance. Therefore, when Mr. Zhang, when returning to Earth from Gok, before the memory was erased, employing special techniques in the factory, scanning knowledge into Mr. Zhang's brain, and only when Mr. Zhang wants to use that knowledge to remember. In addition to the technology of artificial fields, there are many, many other people in human history entering from the reincarnation of heaven and man in the history of the Earth, thus guiding the progress of human civilization. It has guided human culture, religion, history, technology, and progress. And these people are called star seeds. I'll give you one example. The simplest bronze smelting technology. It's all aliens, returned to the human body, so as to teach humans, so that humans can acquire technology. Otherwise, if you think about it, 10,000 years in a very simple way, we can go from a primitive society to the present civilization in the network age of the 21st century. In the beginning, did they know what bronze was? Do you know where the bronze is? Do you know how to mine bronze? Do you know about smelting? Do you know what are the conditions for smelting bronze? And so on. The technology of human civilization and society, and the history of mankind. In fact, there is a pair of invisible hands behind him. 2024 is the year of the 9 purple fires. It is also the beginning of the secret revealed to the world. A large number of secrets began to be introduced into the world. The time of day is approaching. The time of day is getting closer and closer. And our compatriots in China, you also need to start slowly understanding the secrets. In 30 years, the descendants will marry. The 30-year era has just begun. Within 30 years, everything will come out. All the answers will also be revealed. Our Chinese civilization and human civilization on Earth. If you can accept this secret, you can get through it safely. If you betray your ideals, you will be abandoned by the people of the upper realm. There are many things to say, but there is always more to say. If you want to learn more about heaven and man, I want to know the truth about this universe. Everyone must go. Take a look at the secret word, the book of spiritual heaven. Prepare yourself mentally for the coming new era. Everyone must go and take a look. Video making is not easy. If you like this video, dear uncles and aunts, brothers and sisters, please, can help point a little love and a concern. So thank you very much. Because I want to find the answer. I have to find out. Why hasn't anyone cared for 40 years? Claiming to respect science, respect for knowledge, respect for talent. Rejuvenating the country through science and education is a basic national policy. It's not actually the case. It's all stopped on the mouth, on the documents. No one really stopped it. This is the most distressing because of the scientific research. Those who engage in pedagogy and education, mostly to make money, it is to divide the stolen state funds. He just doesn't get the financial benefit. He will never care about you. These people are some in the theory of counter-revolutionary revisionism. Under the guidance of the counter-revolutionary revisionist line, these people have high interests and inflated selfishness. It is impossible to care about the development of the motherland. It is impossible to care about the development of education and science and technology in the motherland. Couldn't care about the scientific achievements of farmer scientists. Can't be concerned about the fate of farmers, mathematical scientists. Why do we have this passive situation now? We use the blood and sweat of the people, raised too many jackals, tigers, and leopards, and pitiful, exceptional personnel who have truly contributed to the country. What a great achievement! What a great talent! It is also equal to 0 in front of pigs and dogs, negative in front of the jackal. What a great achievement! What a great talent! It is also equal to 0 in front of pigs and dogs, negative in front of the jackal.
多好的成果，多好的人才，在猪狗面前也等于0，在豺狼面前是负数。多好的成果，多好的人才，在猪狗面前也等于0，在豺狼面前是负数。
你看过周星驰的电影吗？
我当然看过，要不看过就麻烦大了。中国人能不看周星驰的电影吗？中国人是周星驰的电影一定要看。
绝世秘言《灵天记》这本书一定要读，
其他的书读不读都无所谓。